and still run the normal programs. Away from that, a legal showdown now looms between the government and the civil society, which have begun preparing petitions challenging the appointment and the subsequent swearing in of UDA Secretary General Malala as a member of the cabinet, while referring to a ruling by Justice Anthony Mirima last year, which quashed the former Director General of Nairobi Metropolitan Service as Major General Mohammed Badi's appointment to the cabinet by President Uhuru Kenyatta. The organizations argue that the constitution is clear on the composition and the number of cabinet secretaries, and that Malala was not even vetted by Parliament, as is the procedure. And as our senior political affairs reporter Chris Tairu now explains, others who are allowed to attend cabinet meetings are advisors Monica Juma, Devin Lee, and Harriet Chigai.
Tuesday morning, and members of the cabinet convened for a meeting chaired by President William Ruto.
Commit our country, Kenya. We commit the people of Kenya to your good hands.
And as it has been the norm, he leads in the opening prayers. But in the midst of the cabinet members, there are strangers, those who did not go through the constitutional process of appointments, which includes vetting by Parliament. Among them was the UDA Secretary General Malala, who was given the green light to attend cabinet meetings with immediate effect. His appointment was ratified by the subsequent swearing in. Others who were sworn in and allowed to attend cabinet meetings were advisors Monica Juma, David Ndii, and Harriet Chigai. However, going by the ruling of the High Court in Nairobi and delivered by Justice Anthony Mirima last year, what cabinet allowed was an illegality, according to his ruling that locked out the former Director General of Nairobi Metropolitan Service, Major General Mohammed Badi, out of cabinet. During the retired President Uhuru Kenyatta's regime, it was illegal for a stranger to sit in a cabinet meeting, given the law is clear on the composition of cabinet. According to Article 152 of the Constitution, the cabinet will consist of the President, Deputy President, the Attorney General, and not fewer than 14 and not more than 22 cabinet secretaries. The Constitution also stipulates that the President shall nominate and with the approval of the National Assembly. However, the 4 members were not approved by the National Assembly. As it stands, the cabinet now has 30 members, including the president, his deputy, and secretary to the cabinet. However, the irony is that the petitioner of the successful petition in court was the former Kandara Member of Parliament, Alice Wahome, who now sits in cabinet as a Minister for Water. During retired President Uhuru Kenyatta regime, the former Jubilee Party Secretary General Raphael Tuju was a cabinet secretary without portfolio, representing the party and ensuring that the agenda of the Jubilee government was in line with the Jubilee manifesto. But contrary to the Uhuru regime, Malala was not appointed to cabinet and vetted by Parliament. This now opens an avenue for any Kenyan to file a case in court challenging the recent appointments. In his Twitter handle, Senior Counsel Ahmed Nasir Mohammed questioned whether the Attorney General Justin Muturi and Water CS Alice Wahome really brought the High Court ruling to the President's attention. Malala's appointment to cabinet comes barely months after he was appointed as UDA Secretary General, replacing Veronica Maina, who was nominated to the Senate. Chris Tairu, KTN News, Nairobi.
Let's see if it will be challenged in court and if they'll give a different direction from the one Justice Mirima gave.